All right, let's dive right into this explainer. If you've ever wondered how your property value, your daily commute, or even your local job market could literally change overnight, you have to look at what happens when a mega infrastructure project drops right into a region. Today, we're unpacking how a single new airport is fundamentally reshaping the economic geography of Andhra Pradesh's coastline. We hear about new airports all the time, right? But we rarely get to see the real-time, ground-level domino effect they create across so many different sectors.
To really grasp this transformation, we have to start by challenging a basic assumption. Who actually wins when a massive airport opens? You'd probably guess it's just the airlines, the immediate host city, or, the frequent flyers. But as we dig into the data today, we're going to see that the real winners are scattered across totally unexpected places, industries, and local communities.
We are talking about a staggering 5,640 crore rupee investment. But try not to think of that capital as just construction money. Think of it more like a giant boulder dropped right into a pond, sending these massive economic waves far beyond the runway itself. This public-private partnership, spearheaded by GMR Vizag International Airport Limited, is the absolute catalyst for everything we're about to look at. So Part 1, the Bhogapuram Catalyst. The absolute epicenter of this boom is the brand new Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport at Bhogapuram. This isn't just a facelift for an old facility. They are building a massive operation completely from the ground up.
When you look at the journey of Andhra Pradesh's first greenfield international airport since the 2014 state bifurcation, the speed is honestly mind-blowing. Inaugurated by the Prime Minister on August 1, 2026, and slated to handle commercial flights by August 17th, this massive project wrapped up a full 5 months ahead of schedule. In the world of mega infrastructure, a timeline like that is just incredibly rare.
And the terminal itself? It's definitely not your typical sterile glass box. They've gone with this really striking flying fish motif to represent the Bay of Bengal, and the architecture actually integrates traditional Rangoli patterns. So it's a very modern global gateway, but one that stays deeply rooted in the cultural heritage of North Andhra.
To put this scale into perspective, it's designed to handle 6 million passengers every single year, just in its first phase. So this isn't going to be an alternate airport. It's a total takeover. All civil operations are shifting here, which means the old Visakhapatnam Airport will stop handling civil flights altogether. The entire center of aviation gravity for the region is literally shifting up the coast.
Which perfectly brings us to Section 2, the Mega Coastal Highway. Because, let's be honest, an airport is really only as good as the roads leading to it, and the connectivity plans here are monumental.
Get this. The central government just gave in-principle approval for an 83,500 crore rupee project proposal. Think about that number for a second. It completely dwarfs the 5,640 crore spent on the airport itself. That massive pile of capital is meant to fund a 200-kilometer greenfield coastal highway. It's designed to be a fast, efficient, and environmentally sustainable artery that's going to act as a massive economic multiplier for the whole coastal belt.
This new 6-lane highway cuts a highly strategic route, directly connecting 3 distinct north coastal districts. It basically starts at Mulapeta Port in Srikakulam, runs straight through the new Bhogapuram Airport in Vizianagaram, and wraps up at Bhimali in Visakhapatnam. It creates this perfect logistical chain linking maritime ports, air cargo, and urban hubs.
So why does all this hyperconnectivity matter on a global scale? Well, look who's paying attention. Driven by this new powerhouse combo of port, road, and airport infra, American corporate giant ExxonMobil is showing serious interest. They recently surveyed 1,250 acres near Mulapeta Port for a potential greenfield polyethylene industry. And their estimated investment? It practically mirrors that massive 83,500 crore highway figure. When logistics align perfectly, global mega investments are sure to follow.
Moving on to Section 3, Srikakulam's secret win. As we follow these ripples further up the coast, we find a massive, somewhat unexpected winner in all of this. Let's look at a grassroots perspective to see who's really cashing in.
Some eagle-eyed locals over on Reddit completely hit the nail on the head regarding the geography here. Srikakulam actually has a massive logistical edge over Visakhapatnam when it comes to getting to this new terminal. Think about it. While someone from South Vizag is battling maybe an hour or more of bumper-to-bumper city traffic to get there, folks from Srikakulam can just cruise straight down National Highway 16 and be at an international departure gate in roughly 45 minutes. That local insight is absolutely spot on. Direct access like this unlocks Srikakulam's long-dormant potential. For decades, gorgeous spots and historic temples, like Salahundam and Arasavele, were just a bit too far off the beaten path for out-of-state or international tourists. Now, those sites are practically on the airport's doorstep, completely priming that NH16 corridor for an explosion in tourism, industrial growth, and real estate.
And that naturally segues right into Section 4, the real estate ripple. Let's zoom in on what happens when all of these developments collide on the ground. The mere anticipation of this airport has completely rewritten the property rulebook for the region.
So just how sensitive is this market to tangible progress? Well, according to the Deccan Chronicle, the literal second a validation test flight touched down on the new runway, local land prices shot up by 30% almost overnight. Buyers saw that plane land as concrete proof of operational readiness, and it turned cautious optimism into an absolute frenzy to close deals.
Investors are rushing in to grab land with clear titles, and the demand is incredibly hyper-concentrated. We aren't just talking about Bhogapuram, but the ripple effects are hitting Nallimarla, Koltavalasa, Anandapuram, Tagaropuvalasa, and the entire Bhimili belt. Anything sitting along an approach road or proposed infrastructure corridor has become the most prized real estate in the state.
You can literally see the urgency and what developers are offering right now. Major groups, like Building Blocks Group, are aggressively rolling out ready wealth projects smack in the middle of this growth path. It's pretty fascinating to see how they are leaning into the aviation hype, too. We're seeing projects pop up with names like Beverly Hills Bhogapuram, Aerohub, and Kohinoor Hills, right alongside the new infrastructure.
And the numbers absolutely back up the hype. Driven by all this airport-led economic activity, and frankly, a land base that's still somewhat affordable, the real estate market in the Bhogapuram region is projected to hit a compound annual growth rate of up to 22% by 2028. It's officially outpacing the traditional Vizag suburbs, firmly cementing itself as one of the fastest-growing micromarkets on the coast. So, as these massive economic ripples continue to spread outward, from spiking property values to global industrial interest and entirely new tourism hubs, it leaves us with one really fascinating question. With the new Bhogapuram Airport completely redrawing the map, is this mega boom just the opening act for the region? We've seen the immediate explosive impacts today, but the true transformation of this coastline is a story that's going to unfold for decades. That wraps up this explainer. Thanks for digging into the data with us, and definitely keep your eyes on the coast.